What if I told you that the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, has been secretly obsessed with bands that would make hardcore metal fans lose their minds? You heard that right. Behind the chaos, the bat-biting stories, and the wild stage antics, Ozzy has always had some surprising musical fixations. The kind that caused drama, unexpected friendships, and feuds that nearly tore the rock world apart. From strange fantasies about Beatles members marrying into his family to arguments with metal purists over his punk rock crushes, Ozzy's taste in music has been sparking debate for decades. There's the unbelievable story of the time he bumped into a future Led Zeppelin frontman in a Birmingham subway, a meeting that would shape rock history forever. The secret writing sessions with Lemmy from Motorhead that gave birth to some of Ozzy's biggest hits, and the moment he praised the band so unexpected that fans wondered if he'd finally lost his mind. But here's the thing, Ozzy's musical obsessions go way deeper than casual admiration. These aren't just influences, they shaped his voice, his songwriting, and his entire approach to music. Some of these picks will make perfect sense. Others, you'll think he's joking, but all of them reveal the fascinating, unpredictable musical brain of the madman himself. So today, we're counting down Ozzy Osbourne's 6 favorite bands, and trust me, number 1 will blow your mind.
1. The Beatles. And finally, number 1, the biggest surprise of them all, the Beatles. Yes, the Prince of Darkness is completely obsessed with the Fab Four. Ozzy has never been shy about it. He's admitted that the Beatles were his biggest inspiration, the reason he even wanted to sing in the first place. But this goes beyond admiration. It borders on obsession. He once confessed that he used to fantasize about Paul McCartney marrying his sister just so he could actually be part of the family. In a 2004 Rolling Stone interview, Ozzy listed his 10 favorite songs of all time, and half of them are Beatles songs. Hey Jude, Yesterday, A Day in the Life, each one tied to a deeply emotional chapter in his life. To him, the Beatles weren't just musicians, they were magic. So there you have it. From Green Day's pop-punk rebellion to the timeless beauty of the Beatles, Ozzy Osbourne's musical heroes show just how unpredictable and passionate he really is. Which of these shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more legendary rock stories.
2. Led Zeppelin. Now, this story is pure rock mythology. Long before fame, a young Ozzy Osbourne was walking through the Birmingham subway with Sabbath bassist Geezer Butler when they ran into Robert Plant. Plant mentioned he'd just joined a new group called the New Yardbirds, which of course would soon become Led Zeppelin. Ozzy didn't know it then, but that chance encounter would change everything. When Zeppelin's debut album dropped, Ozzy was floored. The power, the groove, the danger. It was everything he wanted in music. He's said many times that Led Zeppelin 1 and 2 completely changed his life and influenced how he sang forever. They were the reason Sabbath decided to go darker, heavier, and scarier than anyone else. Still, there was some fear mixed in with the admiration. Ozzy once admitted that Robert Plant's voice intimidated him. That fear, ironically, pushed him to develop the haunting, theatrical style that would make him immortal.
3. Judas Priest. This one's wild. Rob Halford, the metal god himself, almost replaced Ozzy twice in Black Sabbath's history. Both bands came from Birmingham, both defined metal, and both were fiercely competitive. The first time Halford was considered as Ozzy's replacement was during one of Sabbath's darkest internal breakdowns. The second time came years later, proving it wasn't just a rumor, it was a very real possibility. But instead of hatred, Ozzy has always shown Halford deep admiration. He's even said, "Rob can still hit the notes, which blows my mind," and called him one of my favorite singers. Behind the rivalry was mutual respect. Two legends from the same city, each battling fame, addiction, and the burden of being metal icons. By the time Judas Priest was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022, Ozzy's tribute video wasn't just polite, it was heartfelt. Proof that even in heavy metal, respect runs deeper than competition.
4. Motorhead. Now this one's legendary. Ozzy and Lemmy Kilmister. Their friendship wasn't just rock and roll. It was rock and dynamite. In 1991, Ozzy was struggling while recording No More Tears. The songs weren't clicking until Lemmy showed up. What happened next was pure magic. Lemmy didn't just help, he rewrote the story. Together, they created songs like Mama, I'm Coming Home, Desire, I Don't Want to Change the World, and Hellraiser. The latter became so iconic that both Ozzy and Motorhead released their own versions, a true rarity in rock. But there was drama too. Ozzy's team reportedly tried to downplay Lemmy's role in writing, worried it would hurt Ozzy's creative genius image. The tension almost ruined their friendship, but both men ultimately chose respect over rivalry. Their collaboration proved one timeless truth. When the Prince of Darkness meets the God of Rock and Roll, the result is pure thunder.
5. Nirvana. The year was 1991, and the world of music was about to change forever. While most metal fans were rolling their eyes at the rise of grunge, Ozzy Osbourne was quietly becoming obsessed with a band called Nirvana. According to Dave Grohl, Ozzy even crossed paths with Kurt Cobain at Devonshire Studios in California, though Ozzy barely remembers the meeting. Imagine that scene. Two of rock's most tortured souls in the same room, neither realizing they were living through a moment that would define a generation. At first, Ozzy didn't know what to make of grunge, but when he really listened to Nirvana, the raw emotion, the pain in Kurt's voice, the total rejection of rockstar glamour, he felt something familiar. It was what Sabbath had been doing decades earlier, only through a new lens. Ozzy later said that Kurt's music reminded him of his own battles with depression and fame. Tragically, they never got the chance to collaborate before Kurt's death in 1994, but many believe that if they had, the combination of their dark brilliance could have changed both metal and grunge forever.
6. Green Day. Yes, you heard that right. Green Day takes the number 6 spot. When this revelation hit the press, metal fans practically exploded. Picture it. The godfather of heavy metal, the man who helped invent one of the darkest, heaviest sounds in rock, publicly declaring his love for a pop-punk trio from California. The backlash was instant and brutal. Metal forums lit up overnight, with purists calling Ozzy a sellout and asking if the Prince of Darkness had finally lost his edge. But those close to Ozzy say this wasn't just a random pick. His love for Green Day came from genuine admiration for their raw energy, their anti-authority attitude, and their ability to stay rebellious while topping the charts. To Ozzy, Green Day reminded him of early Black Sabbath, just 4 scrappy working-class guys making noise and refusing to play by the rules. And when critics suggested Green Day's influence might have pushed Ozzy toward more radio-friendly sounds in his later career, the debate only got louder. But one thing's for sure, even after all these years, Ozzy still loves surprising people.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.